Thanks to everyone who have subscribed. If you have not, please do. And thanks for coming out here. I really appreciate you. Crisis rock DSS. Why they failed on Endsars Intel. DJ suspend 2 assistant DGs. Hello, my people. They are blaming themselves, and then they are trying to, director generals are blaming themselves here and there and saying, how did they fail Intel? Not to know they fail Intel. If you want to, is NSAS that is the improvement of their work. It's Endsars that is the definition of their job, right? My people, let me explain to you. There is a lot of things Nigerian government needs Intel for. A lot. What is going on in the north over 10 years? Is now the director generals want to really look at the matter if really and truly they are working. I beg your pardon. My people, a lot is going on in this country. What have they been doing, or what have they done with regards to the big boys destabilizing and uprooting the whole of the north? What have they been doing, or what have they done? I'm telling you, this has to come to an end. With Endsars, they want to practice their job because the eyes of the world is focused on this matter. So now they want to show that they are working, or they know what they are doing. Continue to sack yourself. In fact, it should start with Muhammadu Buhari. We should be getting Muhammadu Buhari out of this matter first of all. Buhari is the first person that should be, first of all, who is going to suspend Buhari? Is the first person that should be suspended, not all these ones people are doing. These ones people are doing is still a tip of the iceberg. Let's get straight into the news and get all the details. Crisis will rock DSS. Why they failed on Endsars Intel. DJ suspends 2 assistant DGs. A crisis of conflict between the Director General of the Department of the State's Security Service, Mr. Yusuf Bachi, and 15 Assistant Director Generals of the agencies may have been responsible for the service failure on Intel to interpret on the recent Endsars protests, which rocked Nigeria. Created in 1986, the DSS is the principal security agency responsible for gathering intelligence on internal security, protecting agents and government assets, as well as providing personal security for VIPs and their families. However, security for VIPs and their family. However, for 3 straight days late last month, youths in their thousands barricades major roads in Nigeria, major cities, demanding an end to police brutality. Overwhelmed by the protest and the damage to public and private property by suspected hoodlums believed to have hijacked the protest, several state governments called in the army. There may be no end in sight to the mount insecurity across the country, Nigeria, as the motto and the moral of top officers of the DSS appeal to be at its lowest since the agencies created in 1986. Pointblankersnews.com authorities reveal. Rather than work with DADGs who are supposed to help coordinate agencies' activities from the headquarters in Abuja, Bachi has deployed resources to surrogate them by all means necessary. Pointblankers.com check reviews. Aside from the ADGs in charge of agencies-based situation in Lagos, each of the remaining ADGs ought to head 9 directives of the agency's headquarters in Abuja. However, instead of allowing the ADGs, the equivalent of Assistant Inspector General, AIGs of police, to remain in the DSS headquarters to help drive the mandate of the agencies, Bachi posted most of them out of the state as State Directors of Security, DSD. This is akin to posting an AIG to head a state police command, a position traditionally reserved for commissioners of police. A retired DSDS told pointblanknews.com. To rub in the humiliation on the ADGs, the retired officer further told pointblank.com that Bachi appointed junior officers to head the directives in the headquarters, technically making their senior officers by rank subordinated to their juniors, who are appointed heads of now directors. He pointed to inspect whether the SSS boss made certain ADGs report to officers who joined the service 6 or more years than them and who had served as their junior. Even as the ADGs were equally nursing their wounds, the DSS boss struck last week, relieving two ADGs of their appointments. Citing declines of performance, Bichi directed Salami Ajayi and Rajesh in Kwara and Osun State respectively to report to the national headquarters. As at the time of the filing of this report, Jaish and Dirash has been in the assistant office for a while. They merely asked both men to return to Abuja to complete the humiliation. They have no office, they have no desks, they are simply AGs without portfolios. The service never had it this bad, added former officer. Pointblank.com gathered that from the service personnel at Bachi is intimidating the people and most of the AGGs who could challenge him at security meeting and felt it was better to keep away from the Abuja. Officers lamented that the fighting was taking a huge toll on the efficiency of the secret police. They state the failure of the DSS interpret intelligence and forecast of the Endsars protests that rocked the parts of Nigeria for days and months. He noted, "We are caught and pants down. We are caught nippling, and the only reason this happened to the service was the lack of synergy between the DGs and the ADGs. They are not happy with the humiliation he's meting out with them, and there is no way we will expect a decent man to offer his best, especially in security matters." He concluded in other claims that the president would have fired the DSS boss for the failure of intelligence on Endsars protests that cost Nigerians several lives and damage of private and public properties to the tune of billions of naira. This is aside from the domestic and international embarrassment it is causing Nigeria's government, he pointed out. Aside from the recording several notable security success, including the 1993 arrest of the Egyptian bomber Omar and other intelligence in 2010, a large clash has been happening in the country. The DSS is believed to be one of the few agencies currently effective and doing their job. It is therefore most humiliating and embarrassing that an agency so well respected for its professionalism would not become a pawn in the catch of the individuals, or the point that they would now be sidelined and hitched out of office. So they are facing the DSS, that they are supposed to be security operative to give intelligence on what has been happening. My dear, if you want to fault them, you should have fought. See, the best time to have planted a tree was 10 years ago or 20 years ago. The second best time was now. What did you do in the north? The whole of the B-boys. I better go and sleep, Jare. Have a good day. Bye for now.